I challenged 5 pro designers to come up with a logo and packaging design for a new energy drink brand. This was made possible with a graphic design platform called Design Bro. They have agency quality designers and they have a professional process to actually filtering all the portfolios that come through so only the top get picked. Now, how Design Bro actually work is that a client submits a brief in the form of a questionnaire. As they go through the prompts, fill in all their details, and in less than 2 days, they get back designs from a limited number of designers, so it's very curated. And at the end of the competition, all the finalists actually get paid. So there's no exploitation here. Every designer that's a finalist gets paid, with the number one person getting paid the most. So you guessed it, they'll be making money. So here is the brief for the contest. We're really aiming for an energetic, fresh, and cool brand that was aimed at Gen Z and millennials. So it had to have that young, fresh vibe that it was very colorful and bold. The name of the drink was called Drip, and they did have a slogan called "You've Got It." Now, my quick thoughts when it comes to this is that when it comes to a brand name, it's good to keep it simple and short, so I definitely like this. I'm interested to see what the designers come up with. So before I move forward and actually show you the designs, I want to look at the mood board that they were given. Here's sort of the inspiration. You can see a lot of vibrant, bold colors here. You know, you've got bright yellows, you've got some pinks, blues, you've got some reds in there. Let's look at the first designer and see what they came up with. First up, we have designer 1. Wow, interesting. We've got a lot of energy in this. I can see the subtle cues to a thunderbolt in there, which can represent energy, which I think is really cool. But I'm definitely getting Gatorade vibes from this. It's got sort of that enclosed shape with the black outline and sort of that like spinning whirlwind around it with the thunderbolt. I think that's really cool. Love the typography. I think that it's very dynamic. It's got movement in there with the angled sort of type there. And you've got the sort of energy on the bottom. I think that's really cool. And then the can. I love the colors. I think blue and purple work well. It's sort of monochromatic, so it's like layered there. I think it's really cool. But overall, I think this is a strong direction, and I really dig that logo. Logo markers, it looks really unique. Number 2, what did they come up with? Okay, this one's a bit different. Now, bright. It's got some strong neon colors. Feels like there's a party going on here. I like how the P has sort of that drip element on the bottom. And I feel like there's some spacing issues around the R and the I there. I feel like there's a disconnection as well with that pink dot. I'm not sure that works. The can, you can see like the energy drink in the bottom corner, but the color's really cool and I like how they use that. Number 3, let's see what they came out with. Straight away, I really like this color palette. When you work with complementary colors, so you've got warm and cool. So they have orange and they got the blue here. I think it's really nice. I'm liking how they flipped sort of that R in the drip and the logo. I like how it's locked up in that tight square space and they put energy. I think that's cool. But I think they should have added the slogan on one of the energy words instead of just having energy twice. They might have put the slogan and maybe made it smaller. I think that would have worked. And it's very blocky with the squares. And I like how, you know, they're sort of creating this like floating effect with that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Next up, we have number 4. Now this one, what I really love about this is the colors. It reminds me of like, I don't know if you've ever had like a Whiz Fizz or like a Warhead sour candy. Those ones that are very like sour. It reminds you of the candy packaging, this violet, purpley and neon greeny yellow color. I think that works really well. I love the idea of like the drip there. It works nice because this drip typography has like a nice drop shadow effect to it. The only thing I would have done is maybe fix up the little white shapes inside the D and the R there. You can see there's little like white triangle shapes. I think maybe clean that up, make it all black. I love the font, like how the R has like a nice curvature on the leg there. And then how energy fits nicely into the bottom there. I think that's really cool. Love the logo. And I can see how they added little stars on the packaging. I'm not sure if that adds any value to it, but I don't know. I think this one could work really, really well. I just like the logo and the colors. It's just super cool. And they did go pretty literal with the drip here. It feels like graffiti a bit when of the drip, but yeah, interesting. Now, here's the last designer. Oh, so this one is very different in terms of the way they did the logo. So they went for very blocky filled shapes and you can see drip here. The only thing that feels weird is like it's hard to tell the letter I because it's sort of abstract with the drop. I like the idea of like the drop being the top of the eye, which is cool. The colors are bright. I love working with like a bright orange. It always speaks energy and like fire and passion. I do like how they added sort of that dark background with the bright colors. Now, I just want to remind you that this competition is not up to me. It's actually up to you. You can vote, so make sure you click the link in the description below. It'll take you to a voting poll and select your most favorite one. You can put the stars just select the amount of stars you want to give it, and you can add a little note there as well. So make sure you go vote, click the link, and vote your favorite one. So I think this was a super fun challenge. Thanks Design Bros for sponsoring this video and making this possible. If you do want to see some more logo and packaging design videos, then check out this video on the screen where I redesign a coffee brand packaging, and you can see the whole process of how I did that.